Hello viewers, and you are now watching Face to Face. My name is Alessandro and I will be with you for 1 hour. Right now, you may be questioning what's wrong with Face to Face, why it has changed a lot. Why am I now standing in front of you? Because usually I am sit down. And what's wrong with the chair? Because usually you can see that the chairs are not like this, because the chairs are now different from the ones that you usually see. Because, well, I can answer your doubt simply by saying that this is the new concept of Face to Face. We try to make it different so that you will never get bored with face-to-face or maybe with me personally. And in this episode, I'm going to invite one special guest, someone that you have known if you are students of English department. So I'm actually really happy that my lecturers actually come to BINUSTV to be the guest of my show. So without further ado, here she is, Ma'am Menik Winiharti. Hi, Ma'am Menik Winiharti.
Hi, Alessandro.
How are you doing, ma'am?
Great.
Okay, have a seat, ma'am. And
Thanks.
we will begin our conversation. Okay. So, this is your very first time to be on BINUSTV, ma'am, right?
Yeah.
What do you feel, by the way, ma'am? First of all, let me thank you very much for having accepted my invitation, ma'am. I really do appreciate it, ma'am.
It's my pleasure
Okay.
also.
But before that one, I really gave you I asked you many times, ma'am, come on, ma'am, come to BINUSTV with me, and you didn't accept it, but finally you accepted. So that's what really makes me happy personally, ma'am. So first of all, ma'am, why don't you try to introduce yourself to the viewers, ma'am?
Hi, my name is Menik Winiharti. Everybody calls me Menik. I am a lecturer of English department, BINUS University. I'm a lecturer of his.
Yeah. So you've been teaching me like 2 semesters, ma'am, yeah? In the second semester, in the third semester, and reading. Well, actually, it was quite difficult subject to me, ma'am. But for some reason, because you taught me, you were the lecturer, I found it easier. So I really want to thank you again, ma'am, because of
You're
that
welcome.
one. Okay. Your name is Menik Winiharti, ma'am. Well, my name is Alessandro. My parents gave it to me, and it has a particular meaning, ma'am. Alessandro means a leader, someone who leads a group of people. But I want to ask you, ma'am, Menik Winiharti, does it hide any particular meaning, ma'am, or not, ma'am?
Well, actually, I didn't know the meaning
You didn't
first.
know the meaning.
Yeah, but I asked my parents, so they told me that it's a Japanese name.
It's a Japanese name.
Yeah, because we are Japanese. Menik in Japanese refers to a small flower of chili.
Small flower
Yeah,
of chili.
and Winiharti consists of 2 parts, Winih and Arti.
Oh,
And Winih is a small seed,
small
yeah,
seed.
and Arti, yeah, meaning. So you can guess the meaning of Menik Winiharti.
The seed of flower.
The very small seed, which is meaningful.
Oh, so that's probably the reasons why your parents gave it to you, ma'am, yeah? So
Yeah, probably.
Menik Winiharti, ma'am. How many brothers and sisters do you have, ma'am?
I have 2 brothers, and I don't have sisters.
2 brothers, elder or younger, ma'am?
I'm the eldest.
Oh, you're the eldest.
Yeah.
And how many years your brother is younger than you, ma'am?
Well, 2 years, around 2 years.
So you only have 1 younger brother, ma'am, or maybe 2? 2. And the youngest one?
Yeah, so 4 years,
4 years.
younger than me.
What do they know? What do they do now, ma'am? What are their jobs?
Well, one of my brothers is a consultant.
Yeah. Consultant of what, ma'am?
He's engineering. He's engineer, and the other one is doing some businesses.
Okay. What about you, ma'am? Your current activities, the things that keep you busy, or maybe the things that you do in order to finance your life.
Of course, I'm a lecturer.
Besides a lecturer, is there anything else, ma'am?
No.
So full time being a lecturer, how many hours do you usually spend per week lecturing?
Well, actually, I'm not a full-time lecturer in BINUS. I just have some hours, but I have some tasks to do in addition to teaching.
Oh.
Researching, and then yeah, doing other activities as a lecturer.
So roughly, ma'am, per week, how many hours do you teach in Bina Nusantara, ma'am?
Probably around 10 to 12 hours.
And
Teaching,
you,
for teaching, yeah.
So you mean by teaching, so it means like you put more hours into the preparation, I guess, yeah?
Of course,
Of course.
yeah.
So do you only teach like English department students, or you also teach like students from other majors, ma'am?
Today I only teach English department students, but I used to teach other departments.
And I'm happy to hear that you are now teaching like language use, ma'am, because usually you used to teach like reading only, reading skills, but now you are teaching language use for semester 1, ma'am. What do you think about it? Is it hard to teach language use, or is it easier to teach reading, ma'am?
It's not quite hard. Well, actually, if we want to learn, yeah, so I have to learn.
Yeah.
I have to learn again. But I think it's fun. In the class, we have discussion, debates. Yeah.
Oh, debates. So
About the understanding, the uses of the language,
Oh, yeah.
the examples.
So you are teaching like 10 hours per week in BINUS, and sometimes when people work, ma'am, they need to find some activities that they really like doing so that they can be happy, so that they can refresh their mind. Some people call it as a hobby, and I want to know, ma'am, your hobbies that you do in order to keep you happy. What are they, ma'am?
I think I don't have specific hobbies, but I like to do some activities. Well, I mean outside home, like traveling, camping. Yeah, I used to like such activities. Yeah, climbing the mountain,
Climbing the
camping,
mountain.
hiking.
So
yeah.
so I can say that Ma'am Menik is somehow quite an adventurous person, because people see like you are a lecturer who likes to sit many time and read many books. So suddenly,
No.
surprisingly, an adventurous person. And if you go climbing, ma'am, if you go camping, do you like to do it with a large number of people, or you prefer to do it like only a few friends?
A few friends, not
few friends.
not a lot of friends.
Oh, any reason why, ma'am?
No, because only a few of people like climbing.
Oh,
Yeah.
not everybody likes climbing.
No.
I think the conversation is really nice, and we will continue the conversation later, ma'am, after the break. So don't go anywhere, stay tuned. Hello viewers, welcome back with us on Face to Face, the only English spoken program on BINUSTV, with me Alessandro as your host for today's episode for 1 hour. If you're just tuning in, let me tell you that this is actually the new concept of Face to Face, and we try to make it as interesting as possible so that you will never get bored with Face to Face. And our guest is Ma'am Menik Winiharti. Okay, ma'am, let me drink first, ma'am. Back again with the question. How do you usually spend your time at home, ma'am?
Well, now I don't have many activities to do, but I used to like doing some activities like traveling, adventuring. Yeah. But now I do that probably only once a year or 2 times a year. Yeah, so the rest, I just stay at home, doing nothing, just talking with my children, searching internet. Yeah.
How old are your children now, ma'am? The oldest one, let's say.
The eldest is around 15.
15.
And the youngest is 12.
So you only have 2 children?
Two daughters.
2 daughters. Oh, no. Oh, 2
No
daughters.
sons.
No sons. But do you actually wish to have a son, or probably, or what?
Now,
No.
no.
What about, ma'am, the things that you do to keep your body healthy? Because sometimes when people work and then when they have hobbies, they sometimes forget that we also need to keep our body healthy so that we can always do our work. And I want to see it from your point of view, ma'am. What things you do to keep your body healthy?
Recently, I do jogging and walking fast. Yeah, about 3 times a week. And each time I do it for about an hour. That keeps my endurance and stamina.
How many? Sorry, ma'am, 3 times per week.
Yeah.
And each time is about
An
an hour. Do you do it alone, ma'am, or maybe with your child?
With my husband.
With
No,
your
with
husband.
my husband.
Oh.
Yeah. In the morning.
Around your house, or
Yeah.
maybe and that's really nice, I guess. That's one way to keep our body healthy, so that when you probably have your grandson later, you can still run together with them.
I don't get tired easily.
Because of that one. So before you do jogging, let's say, since when did you become like want to do jogging every day? Recently?
Yeah, about
year ago?
a year, I guess. Yeah.
Before you did that, ma'am, did you feel like yourself easily get tired?
Yeah.
Oh. But after you've been doing it, no longer, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so everybody knows that you are now a lecturer in BINUS University. I want to see, ma'am, what is it that makes you really want to become a lecturer? Because some people think that being a lecturer, maybe a teacher, it's not really a good job because it doesn't pay much money.
Yeah.
While the thing that we have to do is really much. You have to prepare, you have to deal with many students with various characters, and sometimes
Checking.
and their responses, or maybe their how they behave in the class may really make us disappointed. Oh, how dare you behave that way? And maybe you can say that every class has one anak ajaib. You say that one to me, ma'am. Every class has one ajaib. So I mean, many problems that a lecturer, maybe a teacher has. But what is it that makes you want to become a lecturer, ma'am?
First, I didn't want to be a lecturer. I didn't want to be a teacher because at the time I was afraid standing in front of the class, in front of many people. Yeah, but then I thought that being a teacher can be done. Only in some hours in a week, so I don't have to be a full-time teacher or a full-time a lecturer. Yeah, that is the reason why first. Yeah, but I became interested in teaching.
Because of what? Ma'am?
Yeah, because we have to deal with many people, with the characters, and we have to learn. Yeah, I have to push myself to learn and learn.
Because by teaching we learn more than what we know. And then so at that time you felt challenged, ma'am, Menik, could you teach or not? So you felt some kind of question like that, ma'am, I guess. Yeah. So what else do you teach, ma'am, besides BINUS, or you only teach in BINUS?
Only in BINUS.
Only in BINUS,
Yeah.
and it's not a full
time.
It's not a full time. Why don't you try to be a full-time worker in BINUS, ma'am?
No.
You want to do some other things, I guess.
I don't think so. Yeah.
So how long have you been teaching, ma'am, by the way, ma'am?
Actually, I have been working since 97.
97. So today now is 2014. So it's like
but it's like
stop and then continue.
Up and down. Yeah.
Stop and then continue. So roughly, ma'am, the total, how many years, ma'am, probably?
I cannot count that.
15?
Cassandra.
13, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, around.
So it's like it's quite many years, and you have been teaching that that much and that long, and then I believe that you have encountered many things, experienced many things, but in your experience, ma'am, what is the best one, the best experience in teaching?
The best experience is when a student said that she or he is thankful because of my lecture or my teaching, because of me, he or she became better, in anything.
Does it happen quite often, ma'am, or maybe like once every year, or two times every year? I mean, how the frequency, how
The
often?
student
Yeah,
told me like that.
How
No,
often?
not really.
Not really. So like it's like once every year, maybe once every 2 years, or
Once in 2 years probably.
And are they like students only, or maybe students who are doing their thesis, or what, ma'am? The students that usually say thank you to you for having taught them.
No, usually the students in fifth and sixth semester, even
like me, I guess. Yeah.
before they begin writing thesis.
Okay, ma'am. So that is the best experience when you hear your students saying thank you to you. Be thankful for your teaching, ma'am. What about the worst one? Is there any, ma'am?
Not really the worst, I guess, because I know students. Yeah. It just makes me annoyed when a student
Didn't pay attention.
Yeah, didn't pay attention and sleeping in the class.
Oh.
Yeah.
What happened? I mean, what mostly happens? Students sleeping, or maybe students talking with their friends? What usually happens, ma'am? The one that
Usually,
let's say you rank, we try students talking with their friends seven times per week. Students sleeping 3 times per week. So I want to know the highest number.
talking with their friends.
Oh,
Talking with their friends.
almost, ma'am. So how do you deal with it, ma'am? How do you make the students stop talking with their friends? Is there any technique, ma'am? Because I think I'm going to be a teacher one day, and probably your answer can help me.
Yeah, I will ask them. What are you talking about?
Oh.
Can you share me? Yeah.
So if they cannot answer it, then they will be silent. They will be quiet, I guess. Yeah. And we will continue later, ma'am, the conversation after the break. So don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. Hello viewers, welcome back with us on Face to Face, your favorite talk show on BINUSTV with me, Alessandro, as your host, and Menik Winiharti as our guest, the one and only guest in this episode. Menik, now we are going to show the viewers about a video. This is actually a video that probably when people ask what teachers make, and this is the video that answers all of those questions. So let's do the video.
He says the problem with teachers is, what's a kid going to learn from someone who decided that his best option in life was to become a teacher? He reminds the other dinner guests that, it's true what they say about teachers. Those who can, do. And those who can't, teach. I decide to bite my tongue instead of his, and resist the urge to remind the other dinner guests that it's also true what they say about lawyers, because we're eating, after all, and this is supposed to be polite conversation. I mean, you're a teacher, Taylor. Come on, be honest. What do you make? And I wish he hadn't done that. Asked me to be honest, because you see, I have this little policy in my classroom about honesty and ass kicking, which is, if you ask for it, then I have to let you have it. You want to know what I make? I make kids work harder than they ever thought they could. I can make a C plus feel like a Congressional Medal of Honor, and I can make an A minus feel like a slap in the face. How dare you waste my time with anything less than your very best? I make kids sit through 40 minutes of study hall in absolute silence. No, you may not work in groups. No, you cannot ask me a question. So put your hand down. Why won't I let you go to the bathroom? Because you're bored, and you don't really have to go to the bathroom, do you? I make parents tremble in fear when I call home at around dinner time. Hi, this is Mr. Molly. I hope I haven't called at a bad time. I just wanted to talk to you about something that your son said today. To the biggest bully in the class, he said, "Leave that kid alone. I still cry sometimes, don't you?" And it was the noblest act of courage that I have ever seen. I make parents see their children for who they are and who they can be. You want to know what I make? I make kids wonder. I make them question. I make them criticize. I make them apologize and mean it. I make them write, and then I make them read. I make them spell. Definitely beautiful, definitely beautiful, definitely beautiful, definitely beautiful, until they will never misspell either one of those words again. I make them show all their work in math class and then hide it on their final drafts in English. I make them realize that if you've got this, then you follow this. And if somebody ever tries to judge you based on what you make, you give them this. Here, let me break it down for you so you know what I say is true. I make a difference. Now, what about you?
So that is the video what teachers make. Now, ma'am, you are a lecturer teaching English students of English departments, and some people. So I can assume that you, when you were like me, a university student, you took English department major, ma'am. Some people think that why do you want to take it? Why do you want to take major English? Why do you want to major English? Because sometimes even if you are not majoring it, you can still learn it. Like say you can hire a private teacher to teach you, and then you can like learn computer, and then you can learn English at the same time. So in your opinion, ma'am, what made you want to take it, ma'am?
It's just because I like it.
Oh, you
I like English since I was in junior high school.
What made you like English, ma'am? To be more specific.
Probably because of my teacher. For the first time, I got English when I was in 7th grade. I had a very great teacher. She's very have much knowledge to share with us, and I always got 9 or 10.
9 or 10. So it was when you were in junior high school, or maybe or junior high school?
7th grade.
Oh, 7th grade. So it comes to me that I somehow want to ask you about your childhood, ma'am. How was your childhood like? Were you like a diligent, or were you a lazy student, or how, ma'am?
I guess I'm just an average.
Average.
I was just an average child.
Oh, you were not really determined to study hard, ma'am, no?
Well, of course.
Of course.
Yeah, but I didn't really remember. But I was average, but not really determined when I was a child. But quite diligent.
And do you find yourself like someone who liked to play a lot when you were a child, ma'am, or not?
The children around my house, my neighborhood. I like to play. The children playing. What is it? I don't know what is in English. Like kasti, you know, and then like karet. Jump, and you took turn between players.
Okay. So, well, that's it. And then when people, I mean, not only me, but some of my friends think that you are like a person who
who is barely sad. It's like you always show your smile to the students. It's like you barely have problems, man. But probably even if you have problems, you can still like manage your emotion. So maybe you can share with us, ma'am, what your secret of happiness is.
Happiness?
The secret, your secret of happiness, ma'am.
I don't have any secrets, I guess, but I think being thankful, being grateful to what you have now is everything.
So the key is
So you don't have to push yourself. I want to be this, I want to be like this, I want to have this, and now.
So just be thankful, ma'am. That's only, or anything else, ma'am? No? Being thankful is really
Yeah, I guess.
Because when people are not thankful, they try to push themselves to get more, and then when they cannot get it, they feel sad.
Yeah,
but if you're thankful, sometimes we can see people who are below us, I guess. Yeah, if sometimes we see people below us to make us grateful. Sometimes we see people above us to motivate us to do our best.
Yeah.
And then
I guess.
What about, ma'am? So the hardest time in your life, ma'am?
The hardest part of my life. I think it was when I wrote my thesis, my MA thesis. I put everything in my writing. I put every ideas that I had, but my mentor asked me to explore more. So because I didn't have any more ideas, so I got stuck. I didn't know what to do. Yeah, I was just doing nothing, maybe for about a week or 2 weeks.
May I know what the topic is, ma'am? What the topic was?
The translation.
The translation. So, if I'm not mistaken, ma'am, you took 2 majors, English and what, ma'am? The other one?
Economy.
Economy. Oh, so did you also write thesis about economy?
For my S1 degree, yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
What was the topic, ma'am? Just to remember.
Management, I guess, to how to expand
So
to
you
make investment.
Why don't you try also, ma'am, to be a lecturer teaching economy, ma'am? So it's like being like lecturer teaching English and a lecturer teaching economy.
For now,
Yeah, no, you don't want.
I think it's too late. I forget everything.
Oh, you forget everything.
Yeah, unless I learn again. Yeah, for the economy subject.
And that's the hardest time in your life, ma'am. What about the best moment in your life, ma'am?
Many.
Many.
There are many.
But the best one, the best of the best, the one that is always in the back of your mind, the one that you can always remember, that you can barely forget. What is it, ma'am?
When I gave birth to my second daughter, yeah, because it was very hard, yeah, hurt, yeah, but finally I did it. That's
So
the
the
best
one
moment.
that really makes it the best moment is because it's hard.
Yeah, it's hard.
And it wasn't hard
painful.
it wasn't hard for the first daughter.
Not too
Not
hard.
really.
Yeah, not too hard.
So
But it was hard for the second daughter. I
so the
don't
fact
know
that
why.
it was hard is the one that makes it the best moment, man.
I guess, yeah. I always remember.
So you have many
moment.
best moments. Maybe you can tell the second one, man. What is it, man?
When I got married, when I graduated from my MA
So two
degree,
times graduation, ma'am, right? Graduation
for
from
S1
economy,
or S2?
S1 2 times.
S1 2 times. Yeah.
It was really great, ma'am, I guess, yeah. So your name like Menik Winiharti, and then SA, yeah, ma'am, yeah.
Yeah.
And then the other one is M-Hum.
Yeah, home is for MA, Indonesian MA.
Really nice, ma'am, yeah. Many degrees, many achievements, I guess. And what kind of what is it, ma'am? When you were like a child, when you were in my position, a university student, how much did your parents pay attention to your development? I mean, did they really push yourself to do your best, or maybe they let you do what you want to do, or how, ma'am?
No, they didn't really push me. They just supported me to do everything what I wanted. Yeah, so they just supported me. But because they knew that I would did my best.
What were their comments on you taking two majors at the same time, economy and English? Did they think that it was a good idea or it was a bad idea because you might lose your focus on taking two majors? What did they say, ma'am?
Actually, they supported me. Even when I asked my father to give up from one of the major, English actually.
Oh, English.
Yeah, he didn't allow me.
But I'm happy that you didn't give up. If you had given up, you wouldn't have met me, ma'am. So that's it, ma'am. And we have one more segment, ma'am, after this one. So don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. Hello viewers, welcome back with us on Face to Face, the only English spoken program on Face to Face with me, Alessandro, as your host for today's episode, and Ma'am Menik Winiharti as our special guest in this episode. Now, ma'am, before I ask you a question, let me say that I believe that when people live their lives, there is usually one or maybe two persons that become someone who inspire them. Let's say, in my life, probably I can say that my mom is my inspirator, motivator, because my mom is really patient no matter how hard life is, no matter how many problems she has, she tries to manage everything quite well, and that really motivates me. And I can say that my mom is the one that inspires me a lot. In your life, ma'am, is there anybody who has inspired you a lot, ma'am?
Yeah, I think it's similar to you. Yeah, it is my mother. She's a kind of woman who is always obedient to my father. She doesn't have much complaint about anything. She didn't really push us, her children, to do this, that, and so on. Yeah, so she's very supportive. I learned a lot from her, being a mother, being a housewife. Yeah, how to be a housewife, how to be a mother. Yeah, I learned a lot from her.
So you love your mom and father quite much, I guess, ma'am.
Oh yeah, of course.
If you hear the word parents, what really comes to your mind firstly, ma'am? I mean, what really makes you love your parents? I can say that why I love my parents is because my parents have given almost everything to me. Many people may see it different, or maybe you see it the same or what, ma'am?
Yeah, I guess I'm quite close to my parents. Yeah, even now, and then I think, yeah, because they always support me for what I do. So I think I really appreciate that what my parents have done to me.
What makes you close to your parents, ma'am? I mean, sometimes children close to their parents because the children have the same hobbies as their parents do. So let's say the children like fishing, their parents like fishing, so that's how they get closer to each other. In your case, what is it, ma'am, that makes you close to your parents?
We can talk about anything. We can have any discussion. Even we can debate in some issues. Yeah, especially with my father.
So you like debating with your father, ma'am, right?
Do you usually win, or
do you usually win? Oh, so you usually win, ma'am? win or
Not really.
Not really.
Not really. Not
Catching
really.
on.
Yeah.
And so I am now almost 20 years of age, and there is something in my past that I regret not having done, which is I didn't really study hard when I was like in elementary school, maybe in junior high school. But for some reason, yeah, it didn't really matter to me. So in your life, maybe in your past, is there anything that you regret not having done, ma'am?
I didn't do my best when I was doing my S1 in English department. I did my best in economy, but not for English.
Why?
So, yeah, because at the time I focused more on economics. So I wanted to be, something like accountant, yeah, and working in an office, doing financial things, yeah. So I considered that English is just my second
choice. So you took like economy major S1, and then after you have graduated why didn't you like apply for a job in which your position is to become like to deal with economy things? Why not?
I did.
You did. And why stop, or what, ma'am? What was really happening?
Yeah, I was accepted as a staff at the time in a private bank at the time, but because the office was in Jakarta and my parents lived in Cilegon, and I'm an obedient child. So my father taught me like this: your salary would be not enough for your expenses, so just leave it. Yeah, I am an obedient person.
Why don't you try like this is my own life. My path is to walk alone, and you are not supposed to take part in my path. Why not, ma'am?
No, because what I thought at that time is that my father was true.
Oh.
Yeah, he was correct with his calculation about my expenses in Jakarta.
So that is the thing in your past that you regret not having done. What about the things that you have not achieved in your life, ma'am, that you are still looking forward to getting in the future?
That someday I will achieve it.
What is it, ma'am? Or have you achieved everything you want?
No, not yet. PhD.
PhD,
Yeah.
S3.
Yeah, I want to be
For
a
economy
PhD.
or
No,
English? ma'am?
English, of
Oh,
course,
English.
linguistics.
Linguistics.
Yeah.
Linguistics, or maybe you have like a specific field, pragmatics, semantic, or what is it? Or maybe linguistics.
I think general linguistics.
Or general
yeah.
linguistics. So PhD. And when do you think you will take it, ma'am?
I'm not sure, but I plan to start in 2016. 2016.
Where
Yeah.
is it, ma'am? Universitas Indonesia. You have no idea yet.
Yeah, I don't decide yet.
Oh, okay.
But probably not in Jakarta.
Okay, I think we have almost come to the end of the show. But one last question, ma'am. What is it the motto of your life that you always live with, ma'am?
As I told you, being thankful is everything. Grateful, and one more is be yourself. Yeah, don't try to be somebody else that you don't want to be.
So being thankful is everything. Being thankful is the key of happiness. So thank you very much for coming to BINUSTV, ma'am. I really do appreciate your coming here, having accepted my invitation. Well, this is the new concept of face-to-face. We really hope that you like it. And my name is Sandro. This is Menik Winiharti. Remember, being thankful is everything. See you next time.